Alright, starting out here with a minor technical difficulty. And we're back. Sorry about that. So, start off going to Mida's house. Got the eyeball frog, and just what appears to be a huge rupee, as well as a magic container. Most likely going to pick up some DQ shields and sticks, maybe to head into DQ tree early. By early, I just mean without a slingshot. Normally, it's logically required for a slingshot, but it's pretty easy to bypass. Yeah. Yay! Yeah, so basically the rule set is you can't do RBA, you can't do GIM, so just no item manipulation in general, none of the highly technical stuff, and then no wrong orb, so you can't just do Ganondorf and beat the game immediately, because that kind of defeats the... But all of the pre-programmed expected tricks that are in the actual randomizer logic itself that you can enable have been enabled. Looks like we've gotten a hint for Ice Cavern. Way of the Hero, always fun to see, said no one ever. That means we will be looking for Ruto's letter, or I guess there's always the you can always ledge cancel and stuff like that. Something coming up on a big chest here. Grab the Kokiri sword. That's a kind of convenient thing to have, as well as bomb choose. That gives us logical explosives. This is a pretty good time to mention some of the flags for the race. Right there. So bomb choose are considered in logic, meaning that the logic treats explosives as explosives and not bombs and bomb choose. Normally in something like an accessible race, bomb choose would not logically open up anything else. But, however, in bomb choose are considered in logic when that flag is checked. Bomb choose are basically treated like a bomb bag, and you can always buy bomb choose, even if you don't have the bomb bag from it's enabled in all the shops. As well as, you might have noticed that chest sizes do match contents, which is something interesting and usually shapes pretty heavily how the runners decide to route things. For example, Consultant isn't going all the way across there. Ooh, hover boots. That will be really nice here coming up once we go adult. Because it was a small chest, which means it doesn't have anything. As well as right there, gold skulltooth tokens in dungeons are randomized, but just in dungeons. So overworld gold skulltooth tokens are not randomized, thankfully, or else that would be fairly chaotic. That skull token was a compass. Man, this DP tree is absolutely loaded with everything that we're getting here. Absolutely. The only time I've seen Deku Tree have more items is when, on the occasion that I play, just Rainbow Bridge open, so you're just looking for bow, light arrows, and magic. I have gotten a few seeds where just everything's in Deku Tree, because it's almost all Sphere Zero, and it's like, oh, well, I wanted a short seed, but not this short. But, Wolflink, we're a little bit short today. I'm the only commentator, as well as the tracker. So, bear with me. Okay, I think that might be it for tracker. Let me know if I missed something. I don't think I did. Apasher doing the good old accessible, fast Goma kills, Wolf's Consultant. Oh, Eyeball Frog, thank you. Thank you. Community effort, guys. Community effort. Everybody's purple today in chat. At least on my end. So did Consultant not get, never mind. Even Apasher's purple. It's purple day. So not quite holding the SS position there is what it looks like. Yeah, there are a variety. Dots is just a little bit darker, and Teflon's a little bit lighter. As well as Asher's got his fancy smancy partner badge. But it's still purple. Apasher checking South Hyrule Grotto. Double defense. Wow. This is probably going to end up being one of those seeds where you get everything right away and then hunt the rest of the game for just one item. Because the logic opens up so much at the very beginning, you can't logically deduct anything. The hint is purple. That's it. Too much purple. Purple rupee. It's a purple party. Consultant gonna go to yep. Gonna go check crate HP. I gotta pick it up anyway. Might as well. Go check out waterfall HP. Graveyard is on the way of the hero. That's definitely something we're always kind of delighted to see. The worst thing it could possibly be would maybe be Composer's Grave Chest, which would require magic and a source of fire. Half of that we already have, as well as 2 bomb bags. That is true, you can use flame storage. Occasionally, it's kind of weird. I will check on my the tracker on the commentary stream to make sure I'm not missing anything on the tracker that I'm controlling. Feedback loops. For some reason, Eyeball Frog is not actually on the tracker for adult trading season. Yep, it just goes Broken Sword, Prescription, and then straight to Claim Check. Fair enough. That is true, most likely. All right. Yeah, I gotcha. We're in a. I think I. Oh no, I haven't even. Apasher picking up Scarecrow song. Personally, whenever I play Randomizer, I like to turn on free Scarecrow song because I always forget to do it. But it is whatever. Apasher looking for. Not quite sure what he's looking for. Maybe rupees. Yeah, looks to be rupees. Consultant picking up just a piece of heart. Market's always an interesting place because it's all Sphere Zero, but typically you don't find a whole lot of stuff in Market. It's pretty small amount of chests. Or checks, not chests. Whoops. Huh. 20 rupees there I actually didn't know about. Apasher farming rupees to go do child fishing. Makes sense now. Drop the West. Attempted huge plays by Apasher. Yeah, they're more than Requiem isn't the only logical way to get into Spirit as child. Or as child it is. Yeah, logic and especially collision is more of a it's more of a suggestion in Glitch Rando. Consultant gonna pick up Child Shooting Gallery. And picking up a strength upgrade. That will definitely come in handy. Come even handy if my commentary stream would load. Let's see, Apasher finishing up child fishing, and Consultant heading to Bombchu Bowling. Kind of a quirk about Bombchus and Logic is that Bombchu Bowling opens up as soon as you find Bombchus. Even though he does have the bomb bag technically in the seed, he would be able to do it right after getting Bombchus. And Din's Fire. Man, that suggests very heavily towards Shadow Temple having magic, hover boots, and Din's Fire all really early on. Yeah, and Bombchus and Logic. Apasher working hard at these gold skull tokens. Consultant taking, most likely he's gonna head to Adult CAC. Apasher coming up on his strength upgrade. Shooting galleries are not my forte. When it comes to Ocarina of Time randomizers, my controller, me and ESS position have never really been friends with my controller. Ice Cavern. Let's see, if I were to have to guess, I would definitely go Shadow pretty early on. We did get bombs, so Dodongo's Cavern might also be interesting. But in the meantime, Consultant picking up a major item in Redead Grotto. And the hook shot, that it was most likely going to be his glitched, non-logical entrance into Shadow Temple. Yeah, it looks like he's going to start heading in that direction. After picking up a Kajira. Check. And let's go, HP. Yeah, Wind Waker Randomizer takes a... Personally, I've never actually, I think I have played Wind Waker, but I never actually ended up beating it. I think I gave up after, I either gave up or got busy and forgot about it after Tower of the Gods or Forsaken Fortress 2, somewhere in that region. But I've been watching like Linkus, Gymnast, all those wonder for people who play the randomizer, and it's actually a pretty cool randomizer. And the Wind Waker randomizer isn't actually too long of a randomizer. It's, for example, Link has got his like 130 the other day in his race against. Oh, I'm bad with names. I can't remember who it was. I'm not even gonna try. I'm just gonna butcher it. Let's see. Consultant's gonna maybe check and see what's in the crate HP. Nope. Nope. He's gonna go do Dampe. See what good old Dampe has. Runner Guy 2489 is rating with a party of 280. Welcome, Runner Guy. Oh, why thank you. Welcome to Speed Gaming 4. This is the Randomizer Glitch Tournament with Apasher versus the Consultant. Yeah, they took very similar opens. Like, we could tell who was ahead by the second they pretty much did the exact same opener. They did cack like backwards of each other. But yeah. Apasher hasn't done Dampe yet, but Consultant is like probably about a minute ahead at this point. They're doing such similar things. Yeah, DQ Tree was absolutely loaded. It had Zora's Tunic, Kokiri Sword, Hover Boots, Bombs, Bomb Shoes, as well as a medallion. So DQ Tree was very way of the hero, and going there early was a great idea. A 5.0 if there are 3 or more Way of the Hero items in somewhere. It's just like, dude, just go there right now. This is very Way of the Hero. Consultant gonna try and do a hookshot jump. Doesn't have quite the right angle for this, I don't believe. It's a little bit narrow. I guess I missed what is in that crate, but that's interesting. I've never seen that happen before. He should bonk. Okay, it's a little bit better, still a little bit narrow. The Junkins are just... Wait, really? You haven't found the hookshot yet? Okay. So he's just taking a blind. Ironically, he's doing a hookshot jump to get something. If he didn't peek at it, then he's doing a hard trick instead of an easy. Majora's Mask of Truth. Great name. Apasher getting pot trolled. check a gossip stone an hour and a half into the run, and it just tells you, you fool, it's dude. The item you're looking for is Sphere 0. What are you, stupid? You can find the hookshot up your rear end. Ah, and that's what he wanted up here. Looks like Apasher's gonna do the same thing. Depending on whether or not Apasher can, how fast he can get this, he might be able to catch up with Consultant a little bit, but he has done a couple more checks. Consultant spent quite a long time trying to get that hookshot jump. There he goes. Nicely done by Apasher. Yep, and just like I thought, Consultant's gonna head into Dodongo's cavern. Small little time saver there, shifting camera away from the opening of Dodongo's cavern to prevent the massive lag spike that happens when you blow that wall up. Yep, Apasher definitely is part of hashtag always buy a shield. I've always thought that the bombs 5v6, that the sword hitting a bombable wall, like in Fire Temple or right there at the pasture, that sound was always very nice. Yeah, just a piece of heart. Nothing Consultant's gonna spend a whole bunch of time going for. Oh, definitely. Yeah, you're not gonna skip buying shield. You also can't do ground jumps or super slide. Oh, okay, there we go. Love it when Discord, second time Discord has decided to troll me today. For those of you wondering, Discord decided to move me out of the live channel. Sync. It was sync there for a second. Or at least it looked like it. Yeah, there's not much going on in DC. But that does give us... Cool. Apasher's gonna head into Sacred Forest Meadows. Go get that. Fire Temple is barren, thankfully. That means that most likely we can just find the boss key and go ahead and complete Fire Temple. It is a required dungeon, sadly, but not anything that we'll need. Yeah, double defense within South Hyrule Grotto. Consultant should be wrapping up the rest of his DC checks and heading off to wherever he feels that he should be going. Most likely he'll either go to Forest and see if he can get anything in Forest, but most likely not. Either that, we don't have Ritter's Letter, we do have Hover Boots, and that is in Logic, which seems to be what Apasher's doing here. Yeah, looks like he's gonna go Forest Temple. As for Shadow Temple being loaded, most likely it could just have one or two things that are actually needed. But, you know, it also could be that Shadow's just a required dungeon. Or no, Shadow Temple isn't a required dungeon, so yeah, it's most likely gonna have something in it. Apasher all of a sudden having a change of heart, I guess. Failed the clip once and just decided, you know what? Oh, I see what he's doing. Ah, very nice. Interesting. And Consultant making the right decision to go Forest Temple. Oof. That is lucky right there. Grabbing a bow. That gives him the means to essentially full clear Force Temple with some minor glitches. Ah, great fairy Navi. Good old French vanilla. Apasher's an ice cavern. Unless he has a bottle and we missed tracking it, then I'm not quite sure why he's an ice cavern. I mean, we saw Dotso do it bottleless, but that was when we knew what the song was, and I'm not quite sure why he's doing ice cavern, but to each their own, I guess. I mean, you're not wrong, but... Oh, it is on the way of the hero. Got it. I must have missed that hint. This chest. Yeah, we'll see what the way of the hero thing is. This should be it. We might see Apasher just go ahead and get the song. But who knows? Okay. Probably not it. That's first. I very rarely... I don't think I ever have seen one on Milk Ranch. It could be a hook shot in this chest at Dotso. I promise I'll only bully you a little bit. Still looking for that way of the hero item, unless that is the first logical bottle, and I guess I don't really know what else would be, what else a bottle could be important for. It can't be. You're right. So yeah, because you would need a bottle to do that. The glitches are messing with my brain. I'm stupid. Yeah, last stream I was kind of talking about how usually the meta for the Glitch tournament is pretty much just stay within logic or as you would in like an accessible seed. Oh, found it. There's our way of the hero item. That's just a little bit way of the hero. Not too bad, you know, just... Well, that answers our questions. But But yeah, to follow logic or follow logical suggestions and make small, make time saves. Like if you have hover boots, dense fire, magic, but you don't have nocturne, and nocturne's behind all dungeons. You can do shadow early to save a whole bunch of time as opposed to going and doing all dungeons. But if you just glitch your way around, you don't even have hook shot or hover boots, and you're in Shadow Temple, then you have no business being in Shadow Temple, and you're gonna waste a whole bunch of time. Oh, yeah, he played Minuet, and then his timer voided out. Just token it's the mild token sanity, so just dungeons, or I think it's like token SY. Dato here, developer. Why is it like a token SYS? Yeah, Keesus. Why? Ah, got it. Keezy, got it. That makes sense. Link to the Past Rando with a Keezy mode would be pretty. Yeah, that would be that'd be something I would watch. Pasher's gonna check Boulder Maze. Got bombs pretty early on. So it might be back here. Doesn't look like it though. Damage boosting is damage buffering. This the trick that Apasher's doing right now is just using the Ocarina to wait out the resting time in between, or just to wait out Link's invulnerability frames, and take damage multiple times from one bomb. Just as an easy way to kill himself. He doesn't have double defense, so it is taking a while. Probably means he wants to get the rest of the grunts that he checks, because he could save work, but he'd be back at Temple of Time. Oh no, Apasher died. Low health sounds. Yeah, that's kind of what I. Oh, consultant. Taking a fat L from. Hey, welcome to it. Familiar face. Another one, at least. I have push to talk on. I might be cutting it off just a little bit early. I'll try and fix. As Wesley, trackers are always nice to have. We've had Bleeding Blue 11 done a lot of tracking. He's pretty awesome, but yeah, we definitely need a lot of trackers. And by a lot, I just mean more than one. Alright, consultant. Be picking up whatever song is on ZL check here. So Apasher's not too far behind him. Ouch, got caught. Sadly, in this rule set, we don't skip child stealth, so Another hint that Fire Temple is a foolish choice. Since we've gotten 2 hints, must mean it's extra foolish, right? All green rupees. And Eponasom will be on ZO. That might, it might mean quite a few things. It could mean that possibly GTG is in Logic, or Longshot is somewhere locked behind an item in GTG, or GTG itself, or in Spirit. It could be. I guess we do have hovers, so that wouldn't be the case. Just kind of thinking out loud here. So it couldn't be Spirit, but it still could be GTG. As well as Requiem could be Vanilla. Unless we already have a hint for that, or a deduction. Oh, Requiem is on Ocarina of Time. Lovely. Laser Rain. So the average time for a glitched ZOOTR run is a little bit it's on average shorter, but hold on, give me a second, I'm about to sneeze. Okay, we're good. It's usually a little bit shorter, but it still depends on the seed. We had a run earlier, Dotso finished in 2 hours and 36 minutes, I believe. But I've been, light arrows are in a deep water temple, and it's taken upwards of 4 hours. It really depends on item placement, so not quite sure. Two 2:15. Sorry. Hello.
Hello, everyone. Sorry about that. Yeah, let's just say I got held up with, like, St. Patrick's Day stuff. But, yeah, so, looking, and looks like we're an hour in, and both runners have explosives, hookshot, and hover boots already. That's a really nice way to start glitch randomizer.
Definitely. Yeah, DQ tree was absolutely loaded. We got Kakiri sword, we got hover boots, we got 2 different kinds of explosives, Zora's tunic. Hookshot was in Redead Grotto. Strength was in Child Shooting Gallery. It's been pretty loaded low sphere. But we've kind of hit a roadblock, so pretty much.
Yeah, looks like gonna need hammer and mirror shield for this seed. And as we all know, they can be literally anywhere. Except,
Throwback Thursday to Ganon's Castle, Great Fairy Fountain.
yep, anywhere. So both runners just doing child cleanup at this point. How have the routes diverged?
Really, for the first 15, or probably a little bit more than 15 minutes, 20, 25 minutes, they were really, really similar. They both stayed child pretty long. Went to CAC. They kind of diverged. Apasher went to Ice Cavern. We got an Ice Cavern. We have the hero hint that ended up being light arrows. And Consultant went and did Forest Temple. Or he started to do Forest Temple. Did he finish Forest Temple? Yeah, he finished Forest Temple, didn't he? Did we forget to check that one? Or...
I don't see why he wouldn't have.
No, okay, he failed. That's weird.
Really,
That's
with that,
weird.
without even beating Phantom Ganon? Huh.
Yeah, and the weird part is he had a strength upgrade. Did he have it? I think he had a strength upgrade at the point. As well as he found his bow in the first key chest, and that was an unfortunate death. Yeah, he went into Forest Temple without a bow, and the very first chest he opened was a bow. I'm actually really surprised.
I haven't seen that in a long time.
Yeah, especially with how easy the boss key skip is.
Yeah.
Like, I was doing a run just this weekend, and it's like, you know what, I'm gonna Google... I think I ended up finding... It might have been... Dotsa, do you have a video on it on your channel? I might have been one of your videos, or just one I just randomly found in my feed. I was like, wait, seriously? Why doesn't everybody in No I Am Wrong Warp do this?
I know, it's... I've seen a lot of people struggle with the forest BK skip method, but you can kind of just spam hookshot during the backflip, and it should work most of the time.
Yeah, or you can alternatively do, if you have Megaton Hammer, there's a Megaton Hammer set up. And there's also, you can just see up angle, which isn't actually that hard.
Yeah.
Unless you're playing on VC without an ESS adapter, in which case you want to cry afterwards.
Oh, don't even get me started on that. Going from N64 to VC is like getting punched in the face.
It really is. I usually do all my runs just my EverDrive broke, and so I've been doing it on emulator, and I have one of those Mayflash things.
Oh, Iron Boots.
Oh, there's our yeah, that'll give us access to Adult Water Temple.
Yep. Not.
And, go ahead.
Yeah. There's obviously other methods with glitches to get into Water Temple without Iron Boots, but
Definitely.
to some degree, with the Skulltulas and dungeons randomized, you do actually want to spend more time in Water Temple than you typically do in Randomizer. So Iron Boots help a lot for that.
I believe it was Apasher's last, or maybe not his last seed, but a couple seeds ago. I believe it was his seed, the one where light arrows were like in River Gold Skulltula, and it was absolutely cancer because nobody knew where Iron Boots were.
Oh my god.
And they ended up being in the Troll Gold Skulltula on Gold Skulltula Dodongo's Cavern above stair.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, that was... There's so many things that have been in that Gold Skulltula. Consultant missing Castle by Night.
I haven't watched as much of the No I Am Wrong Warp races as I would have liked to, but has anyone done the old 100% method for getting the Dodongo's Cavern Skulltula? Where you do, like, you crouch stab at Chew and You equip hover boots and you recoil over to the alcove.
God, I forgot about that strat. That's old, Hundo.
Yeah. Apasher would know it for sure. He's an old boy.
Yep.
Consultant, relatively new. I think he started like learning stuff in Ocarina of Time around like the initial rando hype last. He mostly kind of moved on to doing RTA. I think he was learning Noia or something along those lines.
Personally, no, Noia Warp is one of my favorite RTA categories. Second place has got to be Dank Percent, though.
Oh, that's a good one.
Speed gain,
nice.
Dank Percent races. Kappa.
Talking to the carpenter here. Sometimes in Randomizer, when you're often doing cuckoos coming from either the graveyard or the or from the front, but there's no like intro to Kakariko cutscene, it messes up like the carpenter cycles, so they'll end up getting in your way more than they normally do in like vanilla game.
I thought that might just be missing good cycle, because I believe I saw something in the changelog that said that somewhere in the 4.8 betas that they changed the cycle and where they start, so that doesn't nerf.
Oh really?
That'd be a Dotso question, but
yeah. Well, at the very least, the cycles will be a lot different when you're coming from graveyard, because I think cuckoos are pretty much, there's like two sections. There's like the 4 in the front of the town and the 3 in the back. And when you're coming from the graveyard, you can do like the normal strat for the 3 in the back and then just do the ones for the 1 up front. So Consultant found Sunsong, or Iron Boots in the Sunsong Reed Dead Grotto. So I'm assuming that Apasher's going to be getting that soon. It seems like he just set time of day for Dampe.
Both runners are still kind of getting Gold Skulltulas. Not sure if it would be worth it. We have a scale on 40, which most likely won't be needed, but
yeah,
DQ Shield. Because nothing comes to mind of checks that you can't get with Iron Boots, and now that we know where Iron Boots are.
Did they already check what the Vanilla Rudo's letter location is? Like, have they done Child Lake yet?
I know they did Child Lake, or at least I know Apasher did Child Fishing, but I don't know if he checked or if he did. I was looking at Consult. Yeah, 50 is Heart Piece. Apasher opting to go for Composer's Grave before Sunsong Grotto.
Yeah.
If he even is at all. He should also be getting this chest. It's usually good to wait to get Composer's Grave until you do have portable Source of Fire. It's just a little bit easier than doing flame storage and can actually save you some time, depending on how you route it in.
Yeah, the flame storage is super awkward because of those stairs at the end. Sometimes Link will do like a little hop and it'll just mess things up. Storms, that opens up some things.
It opens up bottom of the well, which has a tendency to be have some pretty good items in it most of the time.
Did either of them Navi dive to bottom of the well already?
No, bottom of the well is completely has not been explored yet.
It's interesting because I've seen one of the cool things about glitched rando is you get a lot of variety in the opening routes, especially with these settings with weird egg shuffled. I've seen people who rush Kakariko for Cuckos. I've seen people who do like the normal accessible openers with like Gerudo Valley into Lake Hylia. I've seen people just rush adult. There's a lot of things you can do. You can even just do bottom of the well immediately if you want.
Couple things. So we just got a hint. This is Desert Colossus' Way of the Hero, which is definitely. People are pointing out in chat that it could be the song or it could be the being. But definitely to kind of go off of what you're saying, we found Weird Egg as Graveyard Crate HP.
Again?
So, yeah, I know. So that's what somebody pointed that out. But so we got Weird Egg pretty early, and they both did 3-song check. Dato, stop uploading things on YouTube. You're blowing up my phone. Not really. It was just one notification.
And that
I don't think I've seen it.
That crate heart piece, like I'm used to being able to just like check what the item is with the see up method and then ignore it. And when it's actually an item, I'm like, oh wait, I have to do this awkward hookshot jump setup. I haven't done in months.
Yeah, we saw the race that was just earlier today. There was a race over on Speed Gaming 3 that was Dotso versus Bofrost. We saw, I think it was a bow in that chest, or on the crate HP.
Yep. And just been coming up a lot lately. Finally getting bottom of the well then, and should have the tools to full clear. You can at least kill the Skulltulas and verify what their item is before deciding if he wants to hover to them, because he doesn't have Boomerang. I wonder if he's gonna do the 0-0, kill the Skulltula in the like room.
Oh, yep. Bottom of the well has something. That's definitely Way of the Hero. That'll be nice.
If Desert Colossus has hammer, then the end might be in sight.
Because it has to be something Way of something Way of the Hero than Desert Colossus. So it's either hammer or something guarding hammer.
It could be Requiem and Child Spirit is required in Logic. It's a pretty good chance of that, I think.
Yeah, that is true, but we also don't have Boomerang or Slingshot.
Yep.
So usually that. Oh. I didn't actually know you could just look away from that and it'll... Ooh.
Yeah, I don't remember who, I saw someone try the see-up method a bunch of times and then just do that.
Yeah, so you'll learn something every day.
Small key. Kinda want all three of them under these settings. Because what's weird about bottom of the well, at least in the vanilla game, is that The keys only lock out Skulltulas. Like, you can get to the lens and Dead Hand without using any keys. Ooh, good one cycle.
Well, Force Temple is Way of the Hero, so it could be both.
Dead Hand one cycle as child can be kind of awkward. So you have to... The visual cue I use for jump slashing him is when his left arm twitches. And you have to do it twice as child, and the second time he untargets, so you have to like kind of maneuver around to make sure Dead Hand's moving exactly away from you.
I always miss that cue.
Fire arrows. He's gonna ignore them.
Yeah, we have Din's Fire, so no reason to get fire arrows.
Right. Could be relevant for only Shadow Trial, I think, if they don't find Long Shot. If they don't find Long Shot, they'd have to do the MST Hover Boots Hess to get to the like the Gold Gauntlets chest and stuff. Yeah, if that's boss key, it could be a problem. Nice weeps.
Not only is that his menu sound effect, but it's also his low health sound.
I can appreciate the weeps as the low health sound. Any sounds better than the vanilla beeping.
My personal favorite is Tambourine. It's just, it lets you know that you're at low health, but you can so easily tune it out.
Yeah.
The only time it gets annoying is that if you have something like with a very strong, like a Komen Kentake cutscene, and because the tambourine isn't actually in rhythm or in tempo with any other song, and the polyrhythm's really weird.
Mm-hmm. Consultant getting the adult clip to Zora's domain. First try, that one can be kind of awkward, because you have to time an A and B press pretty quickly. It's not like the hardest thing to do, but it's definitely something you can mess up. Blue Rupee.
The timing's pretty similar to like Blink A timing, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, you have to press A and B almost at the same time.
Yeah, it's really awkward because if you hit it, like one right after the other, like a, kind of any drummers, like a Flamet, just really quickly one right after the other. It's too far apart, but if you hit them at the same time, it's too close.
Yep.
You pretty much just have to be really, really bad at hitting them at the same time.
Yeah. Luckily, it's not too punishing a trick if you mess it up. Consultant trying to hookshot that ladder. You usually want hookshot ladders from like the top right corner. It kind of aligns to where Link's aiming. Ooh, and a big chest.
Yeah, we have a
Goron sword.
Goron sword. We did have a Baron hit here, so it wasn't going to be anything way of the hero.
Oh, okay.
But
That'll still be nice for Twin Rova.
definitely. Yep, force.
And
the heroes.
and Volvagia too. It makes one cycle a bit easier. For Phantom Ganon and Morpha, like the strat, it saves a little time to have Big Goron sword, but it doesn't make a big difference. And then Phantom Ganon is kind of the same, but since you have ISG, one cycling Phantom Ganon is pretty trivial and glitchless, or glitched.
Yeah, I've actually seen where with Morpha, Big Goron sword can actually be kind of a detriment, because you jump slash and then you crouch stab, and it actually knocks you far enough away from the wall. I've actually crouch stabbed, and I forget what I did. I think I managed to, I had a weird angle, so I crouched myself into the spikes, and it actually ruined the one cycle.
Yeah, with Big Goron sword, you can just kind of like stand back far enough and just do a normal horizontal slash, and that'll cover enough range to like force Morpha into the corner.
Consultant having a little bit of trouble with getting into the water after this clip.
Yeah, you have to walk forward a little bit, otherwise you clip back inbounds.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to be careful not to walk off the edge, otherwise you'll either void out or you'll land in out of bounds water, like ridiculously far below, and have to float all the way back up.
Dotso, Ice Cavern had light arrows.
I'm assuming Consultant's seen that hint, is why he's heading here now.
Definitely.
Although Consultant has iron boots, which Apasher didn't have when he came through here, so maybe we'll see something at the bottom of the icy waters. Although at this point, the only thing that would be a major advantage for him is if it was Hammer.
Or something like Boomerang and Hammers and Jabu. Should be super trolly, but most likely not, considering we don't have Rito's letter.
Yeah, and Jabu's a stone, right?
Yeah. But it's not like we haven't seen it in Rando before.
Right. Pasher getting his bow. Respectable French vanilla item placement. It's so easy to get stuck on this floor, Razor. The ice makes it super awkward. I've definitely been there before.
Yeah, ice physics in this game drive me crazy.
Yeah, Ice Cavern in general can be like a pretty awkward place to. Oh, he's thinking, do I want to go down for those bombs? I think he does.
Oh, he's just gonna get keys trolled until they despawn.
Oh no!
No. Ice Cavern has not been nice to Consultant.
No, it has not.
Get some depression hearts. Continue on.
Oh god, what? He should have grabbed that. Oh my god. Yeah, it's a small chest. Yeah, he's just out of here. I guess he knows the red ice clip method. I'm assuming he's gonna do the ledge clip method. I don't know how comfortable he is with hessing. And no one does the super slide method anymore.
Yeah.
Nice one, pause. Oh.
Yes, missed it.
I usually just equip hover boots here. I didn't realize that's possible. I'm assuming it is possible to make that with a jump slash, but...
Yeah, it's possible. Ironically, we've seen, I think we saw Apasher do it in one of his seeds.
Yeah, he's going for the ledge clip again. Apasher cranking through these forest courtyard area checks. So Consultant didn't do deep forest, right?
No, he bailed for some reason.
Okay, so maybe we'll be seeing that from Apasher, or you might just, after finishing up like the balcony checks, he might just go to Phantom Ganon.
Yeah, Phantom Ganon can't hold a boss, or it can't hold a small key. Yeah, no, I don't think he can. So, it'd just be to get the medallion and get back.
Yep. Yeah, you have a lot of potential like decision trees in Forest and Glitched Randomizer, because what I like to do is the courtyard area and like the whole front of the temple, because that gets you 4 of the skulls, and it gets you all but, I want to say like 4 or 5 of. Sorry. Yeah, it gets you like all but 4 or 5 of the checks. I'm gonna be right back.
Sounds good. F. Pasher showing off a small little ground jump there. Pasher looks like he's gonna go pretty deep into Forest Temple. We could be seeing a full clear from him, assuming he continues. Yeah, Consultant's having a rough time with Ice Cavern. Definitely not his favorite. There, he gets him. I wouldn't be surprised if Consultant bails on Ice Cavern now, the way it's treated him. But I guess with Way of the Hero hints, you can never be too sure. Huh, interesting. Consultant gonna go ahead and pick up the song from Serenade. I'm gonna grab Serenade. Who would have thunk it? And let's see, yeah, he's just gonna warp out, so we won't be seeing the Iron Boots chest after Ice Cavern. Looks like he might finish off Forest Temple, I guess. Shadow Zero, I'm not quite sure which chest you're talking about. Oh, Shieldgrave chest. I don't think he did. If he did, there was nothing in it. Most likely he just either skimmed over it or just didn't think about it at the time. Yeah, well, what I said was assuming that he didn't go into it at all. If he saw the chest and didn't go into it, then he was skipping it because we have on a flag called chest sizes matches content, which basically just says that if it's a major item like Iron Boots or Hookshot or a Bomb Bag or something, then it'll be in a large wooden chest. But if it's a small chest, like the one Apasher just got spawned right there, then it just has like refills or rupees or a heart container or something that isn't a major item. And so a lot of the times the runners skip over those chests. Moip. Apasher's gonna go ahead and do boss key skip. He's had enough of Forest Temple. Kappa. And JFM has left the party. That's a rip. And Apasher are going to be picking up his light medallion here pretty quickly. Yeah, I'd be very surprised if Slingshot is Way of the Hero for Forest Temple. Or Way of the Hero in Forest Temple. Yeah, I know, it's why it's very unlikely. Which means it was most likely the bow, because you do have to complete Forest, and bow is in logic to complete Forest. Or bow is needed for Forest completion to be in logic, is what I meant to say. Well, then one bow is in Poe hunting, 10 Poes, and the other one is in GTG. I don't know. I don't actually know. I'm just BSing. Watch that be actually right, and me go buy a whole bunch of lottery tickets. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I'm gonna get a drink. Back. Yeah, he got it.
I'm back. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, I went to go do something. I came back. My laptop had shut off.
Gotcha.
Okay, so
We
yeah,
were
they're both.
ZFG satting.
Dang. Yeah, I got figured out. So they're Apasher going to Gerudo, I'm guessing.
Yeah, or he has a mirror shield. He has one strength upgrade, but looks like we might just go find that way of the hero hint and hopefully just most likely just super slide right through the strength 2 block.
Yeah, I can't picture him wasting any time with fortress stuff here. Not when you have everything you need to beat Spirit and a way of hero hint for Colossus.
Yeah, he's definitely want to go. Most likely he'll grab Great Fairy Fountain, and either we might see him Spirit Hover, perhaps if there's something on the arch, or we'll just see him run through Adult Side and either Super Slide or Mega Flip onto the arch, depending on. Oh, he got caught 4 times.
This is a situation where Spirit Hover seems pretty good, I think, because
a very rare situation where Spirit Hover sounds very good.
yeah, it's honestly like because Spirit is a good place to look for items, so
It has a lot
usually
of checks.
yeah, you usually want to get those first floor checks anyway. But in this situation, when the Colossus Way of the Hero hint could potentially be pointing to Hammer, and then he'd be in go mode, yeah, you definitely want to just get those checks done right away. Going for Wasteland, Hess. Angle looks good. Oh.
Ouch.
Yeah, he was a little too far to the left there. He needed to switch to ESS left and angle change just a little bit. Looks like he's just going through normal now.
It'll be interesting to see what is actually inferred by way of the hero, whether it's bow or slingshot.
I have a feeling it's gonna be Requiem, and it's just pointing to Child Spirit being required.
Oh, we were talking about Forest Temple. We didn't find anything else in Forest Temple.
Oh, is there a Forest Way of the Hero?
Yeah, Consultant just finished full clearing Forest.
Huh.
And I'm not quite sure what Consultant's doing here. He got the clip and his angle was good, and then he just didn't.
Just walked out? Huh. Okay.
He just needed a breath of fresh air before he.
It's one of those things that comes up a lot in glitched rando, where doing things normally is probably faster than doing the quote-unquote fast glitch method. Like, I think that if he just, like, pushed the spinning worm around and got the chest and stuff normally, like, he does have the boss key, right? I don't see how he would have skipped that. Unless he, like, just dodged the chest it was in.
Yeah. Yeah, just once again showing that the meta, or the most efficient meta for just glitched rando in general is try to follow the logic. You know, of course, don't fully stay within the logic, but use glitches to your advantage to just speed up doing that. Treat it like an accessible race, only you're allowed to do more. That's how you'll save time with glitches, as opposed to getting yourself lost in logic, getting yourself in places you have no business being with the items you have, and doing stuff like just the other guy, runner guy, locked himself out of a couple of chests in, I believe, the Shadow Temple.
Looks like you're right about Slingshot.
Yeah, well, we saw Apasher grab that, so we think that it's either Slingshot or the bow that could be Way of the Hero.
Oh,
but
right.
It's unlikely to be either of them, so we're not quite sure.
Oh, it's Saria's. That's very interesting.
That might, could be the...
Did they have to Mido skip? They have Minuet.
Yeah, they have Minuet.
It wasn't vanilla Minuet, was it?
I don't think so. Of course, it's hard to keep track.
Yeah, for sure.
Nice job by Apasher there.
He has Song of Time, so he doesn't need to do the he doesn't need to do the clip to get to the skull in the other room.
Oh yeah, that is true. That's a difficult clip to get consistent on.
It's not too bad if you practice it, but you don't have a whole lot of reason to practice it.
Yeah,
is the thing. Especially now that it's not 100% anymore. Oh.
Ouch.
Actually,
yeah,
you could probably weird shot that skull. Maybe? Maybe with long shot.
You'd have to do it. You might be able to do it, but you'd have to do it... I don't... No, because there wouldn't be a way that you wouldn't have to pass through the air. I guess maybe if you could weird shot in one of the alcoves, or like right where he's standing now. Probably not. Depending on how far you can get your camera to go down.
Yeah. If you have Boomerang and Dins, you can equip swap Ring and do the thing they do in 100%.
Oh.
Ice.
Ouch.
Consultant just doing Rolling Goron now. So yeah, Apasher didn't Spirit Hover. That is interesting. I wonder if it's he actually didn't want to, or he doesn't feel in practice with it. Because it seems like the right choice here, given...
Well, depending on how... He uses quite a few bombs. He Might have thought it would take too much time to go get a bomb refill, or it would just be worth it to get the checks, not waste time going to get a bomb refill.
Yeah, I haven't seen his chew count in a while.
Yeah. That is true. That's a.
Ooh, got an item.
Nope. Still nice, but
Yeah, a little late, but it might be helpful in Fire Temple. The potential for a French vanilla hammer is still there. Have they looked in Fire Temple yet? Either of them?
I don't think they have. Another major item? No, just some shoes.
Consultant might be heading there. I think he just death warped to get out of the Or yeah, I think he might be going to Fire. It's a good idea, I think, because you can actually... Or no, he's not going to Fire. Or he's getting bombs first. Yeah, I think it's a good idea to go to Fire here because with the Skulltulas randomized, the chance for a hammer being in Fire is a lot higher. You can get to everywhere in the temple with glitches without the hammer. And you can also logic out pretty quickly if the hammer can be there. Just by if there's a key in Darunia's room.
Yeah, at that point, it's just luck of the draw. Yes, Invictus 24.
Oh, does he have a fairy? He does not. Yeah, I think he could have been fine if he like equipped Ocarina and started time stopping. In that situation, you want to like jump in the grotto to reset the heat timer. Oh, he's doing this clip. I don't think that works as adult, that method.
Even if it does, I mean, the only thing he could be looking for right now, or at least in there, is maybe Mirror Shield.
Yeah, he doesn't know Mirror Shield location yet.
Mirror Shield it's in the bottom of the well, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, he should refill his health with the hearts in the pots near the Goron City entrance. Right there, yeah. Apasher chugging through Spirit. He hasn't really found anything yet.
No, he should be coming up here on the hand. Might have a potential for Way of the Hero.
Yep.
Alternatively, I don't think he didn't stop by. Did he go to the Great Fairy Fountain?
Oh, he's doing this. I'm pretty sure he did. I don't see why he wouldn't have. He came through the front of Colossus, so. And he definitely has that Way of the Hero in mind, so he has to be considering the 4 checks. Okay.
Definitely not
okay,
that one.
So yeah, it must be... And that was just a blue rupee up there?
Yeah, I believe so.
So yeah, it must be Saria's Way of the Hero.
Well, it could be this chest over here.
Oh, it's a small chest.
I didn't see that one.
Yeah, so looks like he'll be going back child pretty soon, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Now, does he just run through the rest of Spirit and not bother with checks? Is what I'm wondering. Looks like he's at least picking up these on the... Ooh, a long shot.
Nice.
That was in the crater fairy fountain.
I'm actually, yeah.
Oh, the summit.
I'm surprised
Apasher?
that Apasher didn't.
Yeah. Where was ZL? Was it?
ZL was. I don't know. I'm starting to get songs confused with the last race.
Because they seem to have had it for a while.
Yeah, they definitely had it for a while. It wasn't vanilla. It might have been Sarius.
Mm-hmm.
Check.
Not that the long shot is super useful here, but
Yeah, he's not gonna have time to get back to safety after this.
a save warp. Oh, he wants magic. Yeah, Spirit really constrains your magic usage. Especially if you're trying to do the faster Fro's wind strats. That's some decent...
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's some decent routing on his part. Save warping to refill the magic and check the child half.
Yeah.
If he had long shot, he could do the weird shot up to the through that crawl space that they do in 100%.
Yeah, so basically, so Consultant needs Hammer and Mirror Shield. At least that's what we are 100% certain that he needs. And then Apasher just needs a Hammer, and we should be in go mode.
Yep.
Assuming no funny business, like something being in the basement of Column, in which case Apasher might be able to get it, but Consultant wouldn't.
Yeah, or like hammer on the Baronade heart piece or something ridiculous like that. Consultant mopping up these Hyrule Field checks. I don't think there was anything of interest in these.
No, but he should get his double defense here.
Wait, he's going this way again. Didn't he set Furrow's Wind? Oh, he must have been completely out of magic. Consultant also heading to the Gerudo area. Presumably for Spirit as well, although he won't be able to complete since he doesn't have Mirror Shield.
That is a benefit that Apasher has right now, and is really the only decent lead that Apasher has.
Yeah.
Other than that, I mean, Consultant has, I guess he has Long Shot, but that's not too much of an advantage, as far as Mirror Shield definitely is.
Yep. One way I could see this potentially reversing into Consultant's favor is if, like, Hammer is in GTG, and he feels more compelled to check it, hoping to find Mirror Shield. Or as Apasher just rushed Spirit because he had everything he needed to complete it. Yeah, look at this. Apasher, like, had double magic, and now it's just completely drained. Wait, what? Did he not check the chest?
Okay. Huh. Mirror Shield was in Bottom of the Well, and then Long Shot was in Death Mountain Summit, Great Fairy Fountain.
It's worth pointing out that the mirror shield in Bottom of the Well was pretty open too. It wasn't like locked by ZL or explosives. Did Consultant soft lock?
VC Crash question mark?
That's not a VC crash because Navi's blinking.
That's true.
I've seen like I've seen a soft lock like this happen if like you get caught by the castle guards and they and then you like end up landing far away enough that they get unloaded and can't get to you. But I didn't realize that could happen there.
Ouch. Let's see. What is he?
Is he lost Forest Medallion and Long Shot.
Ouch.
He can recover fairly quickly from that though.
Yeah, because he can just do boss T-skip, get Force Medallion. He knows where Long Shot is, and he doesn't have to check any of the chests in between.
Yeah, well, Apasher might gentleman to let him catch up to where he was. But yeah, that's unfortunate. But there's a lot of ways you can soft lock in this game, and some of them are ridiculous. And the only way you can really be ready for them is when it happens to you once and you know not to do it again. I'm assuming that's a first for him.
Yeah.
He's playing Serenade. Not really sure why.
Guess he's gonna check Ruda's letter. That looks to be a blue bloopy.
Yeah, I wish I noticed the soft lock when it happened, because the position he was in, it looked like he was just got caught by the guard near the gate, and I don't know, get a soft lock like that, you have to do something a little more strange.
Definitely very unfortunate. Ah, that would do it.
Yeah, so what does he have to do? He has to Minuet beat Forest and Phantom Ganon, which that's probably about 3 to 4 minutes. Then Bolero, check the fairy fountain again. It's probably like a minute. And then walk back to Gerudo area or Super Slide or however. So that probably lost like 5 to 6 minutes to that soft lock. Assuming he isn't missing anything else that I didn't notice. I think he scared the big fish off.
Alright, sorry. I'm back.
Yeah, so I'm guessing here Apasher probably... I'm wondering if he is gonna beat water first, or go do the Saria's checks first. Looks like he's doing Saria checks first.
Yeah, I was gonna say, after... You might as well, because you're gonna have to start, teleport around.
Yeah, and the way I see it, like, if the Saria's checks amount to nothing, then you can explore water a little more thoroughly. But if you do get a hammer there, then you can go mode water, which saves a lot of time. Oh, he's gonna do the DMC hover. I hate this hover. So yeah, that's a cool thing about glitched randomizer, is that Bolero's kind of a dead song as child. Like, all it really accomplishes is letting you get a Skulltula, but with hovering you can use it as quick access to the Goron area. Struggling with this hover. It's not an easy hover by any means.
A little bit of insider information. Consultant apparently is feeling a little bit ill and isn't too keen on continuing after that, after the crash.
Yeah, I understand. Well,
looks like he's still gonna try and hold on in here.
Yeah, I think Apasher should be pretty close to finishing here, assuming this or Skull Kid is hammer. In which case, probably just see the forfeit there. And yep, there's the hammer. So Apasher probably gonna get like a mid 20 minutes, so like 25, 26.
Nah, I think it'll take him at least 15 minutes to do water, fire, and beat the game. Well, considering...
Is he doing...
Depending on where Fire Temple is. Oh, is he gonna take the... Yeah, okay.
He might do the BK skip method from the ground floor in Darunia's room. I don't know if he's familiar with that.
True, I guess. Who knows, we could have a really nice boss key and just have it be the first chest.
Maybe. Oh yeah, he also has to find the Ganon's castle boss key, so that adds quite a bit of time. I'm trying to think what would be a bad place for the Gan's Castle boss key, and I guess the only place that would be bad is the Gold Gauntlet's chest. You can still get it with
Yeah.
the hover boots Hess that they do in MST, but
Yeah. You
if
mean
that's if that's not something you're in practice with, it's gonna be a problem.
do you mean the Golden Gauntlet's chest or the Golden Gauntlet stone and fire trial?
The chest, because you shouldn't need to go into fire trial. There's no chests in there.
Oh, that's a silver rupee. That's what that is.
Yep.
For some reason, I thought it was a check. I'm dumb.
Yeah, I think the trials layout is there's 8 chests in light trial, 2 in water, 2 in spirit, 1 in forest, and then 2 in shadow. So usually when looking for stuff in trials, you always raid light trial first.
Oh yeah. I mean, the chances it's over 50% that it's in light trial.
Yep.
I counted a couple of races ago. There's like only like 15 chests, 15 checks in trials.
Mm-hmm.
Datso, you want to work on that with me? Just randomize silver rupees with rupees and pots.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
It sounds like cancer is what it sounds like.
That's a well-executed water entry on Apasher's side.
Definitely.
He didn't really need to do it since he did have iron boots, but you know. If he was up there to farm bombs anyway, then it's not too bad. Not doing the Hess to Morpha though.
For the record, I hate that Tektite. That Tektite is my enemy.
God, it's like this room's laggy enough that they had to put like Tektites in here too to make it lag even more. Like look at
a little bit of extra lag sprinkled with some. No, I won't let you climb this.
Yeah. So I wonder if Apasher is gonna do the old BK skip method or if he knows the ground clip. I feel like we're gonna see the old one. I don't know, he's updated his tech. Oh, wow, it looks like Consultant's actually gonna enter Morpha before Apasher does. It's the power of the long shot and BC, I guess. Consultant bringing Morpha to the left corner, Apasher bringing Morpha to the right. Kind of messed up the one cycle though.
Yep. That leads me to believe that left is right, or right is right, but left is not right.
I think you're onto something here. Yeah, see, now he's bringing it to the right corner. Now he's gonna get it.
Yeah, the right corner is right, so. Morpha almost always has a key, right? Or is it always
Per
key?
Pretty frequently. You see a map and compass on it a lot too when those aren't randomized or when they're in the item pool. But yeah, I can't remember the last time I've seen a relevant item on the Morpha heart container.
Yeah. You know, overall, this isn't a horrible seed. It didn't have anything deep and Deep Fire didn't have anything in, you know, like Toilet Check of GTG. Didn't have anything. I mean, light items were an ice cavern. That was a little bit annoying.
Yeah.
But nothing that was just like, you know, nothing in Stone Dungeon. We haven't even entered Stone Dungeons.
Yeah, everything that was awkward, there was a hint for, like the light arrows or the hammer.
Sorry, song.
Yeah, the Sorry Song Way of the Hero.
Yeah, there's a pretty good chance that something like that's in Shadow. Or always possibly GTG. Not a nice seed, but not necessarily a mean one yet.
So Deep Fire was completely inaccessible without hammer. So.
Mm-hmm. And no other chests in Fire are worth opening. We did get a Fire Temple that is barren of treasure, so we're just looking for boss key at this point.
Oh, I must have missed that hint. Okay. He's got his 2 small keys. That should just need 1 more to be able to get everywhere. Map. Once he gets up to the fire maze room, then he'll be able to do the boss key skip from there.
That's just it's just a ledge clip, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just a ledge clip. Then you just you let go, jump slash, and hold forward, and go right in.
Ledge clip. Easiest frame perfect trick, Kappa.
Right up there with ISG And
yeah, I always forget that ISG is frame perfect because it does not feel frame perfect.
no, it doesn't.
I guess it just takes my thumb the right amount of frames to go.
Frame perfect in a 20 FPS game isn't saying much.
No. Add equip swap harder than frame perfect.
Yeah, equip swap is actually like nothing more tilting than like failing equip swap a bunch.
Because you're just sitting there in the pause menu, it's just like no gameplay is happening.
It just feels like it just feels actually impossible. Like
it's rough. You can't buffer equip swap.
yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, pretty much every other frame perfect trick you can buffer. Like there's a few exceptions, but yeah, that's the only one that. Another thing about nice fest.
Yeah.
Chugging along. Yeah, another thing about randomizers that I'm pretty sure the only item adult can equip swap with is Dins. I don't think Furrow's Wind works like it does in vanilla because of the way they redid the menus. So that is something that kind of gives Din some extra relevance. It's like he's still getting chests for some reason, even though like he could just go to the Fire Maze Ruin BK skip. Even like if this was the boss key, that would still probably be faster.
No. Hopefully, Consultant doesn't soft lock this time.
Yeah.
Back in the fortress.
I figure he's gonna do the hover boot skate skip. It looked like when he soft locked, he was like maybe setting up for the ground clip method.
Yeah, Dato mentioned something about he was doing inverted camera. Which would either be for swag strats or the clip. Either way, he soft locked.
Not sure what he's doing here. I don't know why he's trying to get up there. Unless he... Oh, he's going to GTG. Okay. Well, we know there's nothing of value here. So...
Yeah. It's always hard to watch a runner go to some place that you know is either barren of treasure or is not needed to complete the seed. It's just like, oh well, dang.
Yeah, that's the restream hindsight kind of thing.
Yeah.
Where it's like, you can be watching someone on the restream be like, why are they doing that? They'd just go here. But the only reason we think that is because, oh, nice. That was a weird shot. But yeah,
like
like
a normal shot.
Surprisingly, it doesn't. Think it would, but the weirdness just compounds rather than negating.
Normally in Ocarina of Time, especially in Randomizer, 2 wrongs do make a right.
Yep. good one cycle, or it's a little odd to call that a one cycle, but it's like,
It's a 1.5 cycle.
yeah.
Hey, there's Ruto's letter. Called it.
Yeah, that would have been required, huh?
Talfon has a good point with weird squared.
Yeah, it's exponential rather than like. Wonder what's gonna be in that big chest. Probably like a quiver or something. They've still only found one bow and slingshot each.
It could be slingshot.
Or
Or
it could be
that. Consultant's just getting bullied.
Yeah, it's still a little.
It's just hard.
Yeah, sometimes Rando just really loves to kick you while you're down.
Yeah. Version 6.0, an AI that actively torments you with the seed.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's in development right now.
Yeah. It's probably one of Dotso's ideas too.
Oh! Those fire arrows in bottom of the well were an ice trap.
Oof. So it's always interesting to see, see an item somebody doesn't go for, and then see that other item later. It's like, oh, I dodged a bullet.
Yeah.
And Apasher is now in Ganon's castle.
He's checking Spirit Trial first. I guess he's going in, is it clockwise order?
Yeah, I guess. I guess
makes
he's just
sense.
hoping that he doesn't have to waste time on a trick if he doesn't have to.
Yeah.
Dude, you have to choose. Just. Dude, just use choose.
Weird shotting's cooler.
Watch him crash trying to do the weird shot.
Oh, another big chest.
Yeah, this fire is weird because the uphill slant. It's a little bit different than it's still possible to do it. You just have to do it while rolling into the fire instead of on the invincibility frames. There's the adult's wallet, which is most likely how we're supposed to get Goron Tunic.
Yep. Oh, you did. Oh, he's in the light trial. Never mind.
Yeah, so all that stuff about the seed being a pretty decent seed to play, I take that back. It's bad. It put a whole bunch of, it put way too many items in GTG, which is my personal least favorite area of the entire game.
People talk about bottom of the well being bait, but no. GTG is and always will be the biggest bait in Randomizer. There's never anything here, except for when there is.
Yeah, I've had way too many Way of the Hero items being bottom of the well, because I always forget about bottom of the well.
Yeah. Okay, we might actually Apasher might actually have to do this. I don't know if he's...
rough.
Yeah, he's just gonna hope it's in water trial before he... Or forest trial before he messes with that. And it looks like it is, so...
Yeah, there he goes.
He's probably feeling the relief right now.
Big breath. I will be right back.
Okay.
Ooh, Console died.
Yeah, that Shadow Hess is not something you want to be learning in the middle of a run. Unless there's another easy method to do it that I don't know about, but... Knowing Apasher, there's about a 0% chance that this validation chest gets open.
F. And that's how you do the Iron Knuckle fight, Dotso.
The worst part about the Iron Knuckles, the double knuckles, is that 90% of the time you get through them fine, but only when you're on the restream is there ever a problem.
Yeah.
I've had my share of double knuckle mishaps on restreams. It's not fun. Because then everyone thinks you're bad right at the end.
The validation chest might be before, but that's the true validation.
Ooh. No bottle strats.
Ouch.
Yeah. This is kind of showing
Rough
why
strategy.
bottle is the preferred strategy here in general. Just it's active for so many more frames and it starts up faster. It just
Also, it's memey as hell.
that helps its case too. Yeah, when a Ganon fight starts to like get messy, it just spirals out of control. Oh jeez. 3 cycle. Oh god. he's got the milk. Yeah, I think when you're, if you're not using bottle, you should be using quick spins. Or at least, or even charged spin attacks, because
Yeah.
they have a really long-lasting hitbox.
Or if you're good at it, you could always just ISG, just get bomb ISG.
Yeah. I've always found that a bit awkward, but
Yeah, bomb
definitely
ISG has never been my strong suit. It's gonna have some of the cutscene.
Yep.
For those of you who don't know, for whatever reason, if you or not Hess, if you super slide into this cutscene, you actually get to keep your Master Sword, which still does normal Master Sword damage.
It is funny. I've played a lot of Randomizer, but I can think of like maybe 2 or 3 scenes that where I didn't have hammer here, despite fire not always being a required dungeon. And I'm pretty sure hammer is faster if you already have it equipped.
I think Apasher stream just went down.
Did it? He might have cut prematurely.
No, because I'm still getting the sound. Is it just my end?
I actually do hear the sound.
Oh, there's Datso halfway underneath the floor. I'll see if it's a stream or if it's the restream. It appears to be. Yeah, it's his stream. It's not.
Okay. Well, at least it's right at the end. Alright. GG's to Apasher. 246.42. Yeah, this was I'd probably call this a pretty typical No I Am Wrong Warp Seed. Nothing was in a particularly obnoxious location, and things that were had a hint for them. You weren't missing any crucial tools early on, like explosives.
Hello, Apasher.
Hey, hello.
How you doing?
Contemplating that Ganondorf fight I had.
Yeah. And don't worry, we've all been there. It only happens on restreams, right?
No, I just suck at the not bottle strat. Because I used the bottle strat for so many times that I just forget how to do the sword strat. And I suck at quick spins, so I try to go for the the vertical slash, but I was missing that, so I was like, ugh.
Yeah. Yeah, so you feel about this seed overall?
I'm very relieved that none of the way with the hero hints ended up being like Silver Gauntlets or Riddle's Letter, and
Yeah, something
ended up being
useless.
the hammer. I just like felt a huge sigh of relief when once I got the hammer in Durinia, because once I saw that the only thing the Colossus way the hero had was Saria's song, I just rushed to Child after beating Spirit, and I'm just glad. I'm glad because there were also some checks that I left behind, like some of the ZL checks, like the ZL Very checks, and the Scrub and Lost Woods. I left that behind.
Yeah, I think you played the late game here really well. Like, they presented you with everything you needed to like piece together the rest of the seed and put it
Yeah,
all
and
together.
I was
So
really lucky for that.
yeah, but yeah, having like good hints in glitched randomizer is so important.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
It's so easy to just have dead hints.
There are a lot more dead hints in glitch randomizers because you could skip. You have the ability to skip strength, lens, of course, Rudo's letter, all that stuff, and if you could just get a hint for that, it just doesn't matter.
Yeah, pretty much everything other than Boomerang, Mirror Shield, and Hammer are all skippable and glitched. Although obviously you're
Bow and light arrows.
You're probably not. Yeah, bow and light arrows and magic.
Yeah.
No.
There are also some things I felt like I could have sped up. Like in early game, I wanted to do early Zelda and do the damage boost, but my time of day was kind of messed up, so I just went straight adult. But I felt like if I did that, I probably would have potentially saved time. And there was the early forest play that ended up working out because Bo was the very first check.
Yeah, that was. We're trying to get a hold of the. We were kind of debating on whether or not slingshot or bow was the way of the hero hint for Forest Temple, because either are very unlikely due to there being three of them, but both.
It has to be bow.
Forest Temple.
Are there any other bows that were available in Logic?
Not that I remember.
Yeah, I don't think either of you have found any.
All right, so I remember getting all three quivers, and I wasn't sure if they're bow locked or not.
So unfortunate news. Whoever traded the seed just didn't generate a spoiler log. They didn't generate a race seed. They just turned off the spoiler log, and so we can't actually unlock it.
Dang,
so we don't have one.
Well, we ended up finding where most things were anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, Consultant ended up going to GTG and he found Letter. I think Boomerang was in there too.
Oh, really?
Fire arrows too. That Skulltula in bottom of the well that had fire arrows, that's actually an ice trap.
Thank God I didn't hover for that.
Because I was thinking, yeah, because you might want those for like Shadow Trial.
I didn't think about Shadow Trial until I literally got to Shadow Trial in this race. I was like, oh, I don't have long shots. I don't have fire arrows. I'm going to have to do the bingo strats for Shadow Temple that I never learned or practiced.
Yeah, exactly.
So I was like, dang, I probably should have gotten those fire arrows. But Boss Key was in Water Temple, Water Trial, so...
Yeah, that's a... Yeah, Long Shot was in the Vanilla Magic Fairy Fountain.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, Consultant ended up soft locking in Gerudo Fortress.
What happened? Did he get a guard soft lock?
Yeah.
Oh
he,
no.
He was trying to do the clip, and he had inverted angle or inverted camera, and unloaded the guard as he got caught.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, he ended up losing his progress in Forest and some Death Mountain crater cleanup.
Mm. A good thing he still attempted to keep going.
Yeah, at least for the purposes of the restream.
Right.
Yeah, so how's the rest of your pool going? Was this the last match, or?
I have one more match, and if I win that one, I might be top 2.
Cool. I believe it's top 3 get out. Were there 4 or 5 people in your pool?
Yeah, I think there were 2 people who forfeited. 2 or 1. I know Hamstar was one of them.
Seems to be how my pools are going. It's just like 2 people forfeit, and then everyone gets out.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that was certainly an interesting seat, and would be a pain in the rear end to play glitchless or accessible.
Mm.
Yeah, this would have been annoying with the stuff in GTG. Like, yeah, I think you still could have just like done GTG on the way to Spear. Wait, yeah, no one ever found silvers actually. So,
Are you thinking about how this would have been done glitchless wise?
yeah.
Oh, okay. So it would have been interesting to think about where the silver gauntlets were.
Probably like Shadow or something.
Oh God! Don't say that.
There's got to be a strength upgrade in there, right?
I hope that there's nothing. I hope that there is nothing in Shadow. Like the entire time, I was scared of there being something in Shadow Temple.
Yeah, I mean, considering the fact that you guys got magic and a whole bunch of stuff needed to complete Shadow Temple really early on, I'm actually surprised. We'll push that back on the to-do list, so to speak, in your head.
I just had a lot of progression to take care of, and while I was taking care of my progression, I found the things I needed. So I was focusing on medallion dungeons and then Way of the Hero hints, and focusing on those. And then I just got whatever was on the way, and everything I got just so happened to be just so happened to lead to go mode. So I was thinking. My mindset was doing Shadow Temple as like a last resort. Like, if there was nothing on the way my progression, I would have to choose between GTG and Shadow Temple, and I couldn't think of what I would choose. It was a tough call.
I usually like Shadow better, at least in accessible.
I don't like Shadow, like, because it always ends up. Most of the time, it ends up being empty. From my experience, but that's just confirmation bias.
Yeah.
Like, I've had a situation where I've seen situations where you get your shadow items really early, and people went to Shadow Temple as soon as possible, and end up having nothing, and they all just got baited.
Yeah, I have seen that a lot, but I'm kind of on the opposite end where my confirmation bias makes me hate GTG.
I mean, yeah, that's why it's a tough call, because both dungeons are dungeons that are just a huge time sink.
Yeah, they're actually like very similar in terms of number of checks and percentage of checks if you look at that spreadsheet. But what I like about Shadow is you can kind of get going in Shadow quicker. GTG, you have to do the fortress stuff, and then finally you can get in there.
Oh, inaccessible. GTG is even more punishing because you have to do the guards. But
Yeah.
for this, you just clip right in.
Yep.
Anything else you guys have in mind?
Nothing on my end.
Yeah, I think that about covers it. Seed was pretty straightforward overall, it seems like. The hints gave you some good direction in the late game.
Yeah, I think it was definitely an interesting seed. A little bit just kind of scattered, but not too bad for glitched.
Yeah.
You guys had explosives, hookshot, and hover boots pretty early on.
I was like, God bless when I got all of those early.
Yeah, that's me going into literally every seed. It's just like, please just give me hover boots, please. Like I can live without hookshot for a little bit, but just don't make me do like side flip hovers and.
Well, that's the thing I have to. One of the things I have to prepare myself for glitch randomizer is being prepared to skip hover boots or skipping bombs, bomb bag, or hookshot or whatever. Hopefully not hookshot, because hookshot skips are just awful.
God, yeah, it's just like the last thing you want to be doing is like low percent or all dungeons no doors type stuff.
Like, I can handle skipping hover boots and bomb bag, but I can't handle skipping hookshot.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks for having me.
Yep.
I hope the race was entertaining for the viewers.
Yeah, I think this one was a pretty good watch. So. Yep. So, Squid, when are we gonna be signing off here?
Squiddy?
Yes, sorry, my dog needed to be let out.
Oh, okay.
I just got back. What'd you say?
Oh, we're just getting ready to sign off.
Oh, yeah. Yep. I have nothing left to say. Thank you guys for coming out, checking out the race. Shout out to that's the command, right? Yes. Double command. Shout out to the runners. Definitely go give them a follow. Shout out to Dotso for tracking. Kind of impromptu. Really appreciate that. And then, yeah, if you have time left in your following spree, it's always appreciated.
Yep. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hopefully brackets for this tournament will be starting soon.
Yep, I think we've just got a couple more races. If you guys want some one more, I know we have one more race scheduled for Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern. That race will be Dotso versus Emily Brooks. That'll be pretty cool. So yeah, with that, thank you guys. Hope everybody has a great day.
Peace.
See ya, guys.